This is the Logitech MX Masters 2S 2022. Hashtag. It comes in the standard Logitech kind of box. Honestly, a bit cramped in this box. The wire is kind of big. It's nice to have a long wire, but the box is a bit cramped in here. The charger is a USB-A to USB-B. But let's talk about the design. The design is, I'd argue, phenomenal. It's amazing. It feels so comfortable in my hand. They said it in the ad, and it's very true. They molded the mouse around a human hand, and it definitely feels like that. In Logitech fashion, it has beautiful design all the way around it. The slopes, the curvature, it looks amazing. And it does a fantastic job at cradling my thumb on the bottom. Very nice size. So how do you connect it to the computer? Well, you could use this USB that came with the box or connect it via Bluetooth. And to do that, you just turn it on. It'll be on 1 and be flashing 1, like how it is flashing 2. Then you just go to your Bluetooth settings on your computer and connect to the mouse. It's that easy. And this can connect to 3 different devices. So you just gotta press this button to go to the next computer and do the same thing to the other computer. So it glides on this table, so nice and comfortable. I would argue it glides better than my Corsair wired mouse. It feels better, the quality is higher, and it can do more than that mouse as well. So while we're talking about what it can do, let's talk about all its functions. We have a scroller right here that scrolls normally. It does this clicking, scrolling until you roll it hard, and it continues to roll. Or you can press this button where it's always free-rolling. On the side, this is the horizontal scroll. So you can scroll left and right, which I'll use in a second on Adobe. This is the back and forward buttons. Then there's a button on the bottom, which brings up the task if you just press it, but it gets better. I can scroll up, I can scroll sideways. Very nice, very convenient. It'd be amazing when editing because I do not like doing this. But if I want to switch desktops, I press this button and I move right. Now I'm on this desktop. I can move back and go up. This brings up the window feature. And go down, and it minimizes all the tabs. Pretty cool. But wait, there's more. Got that USB thing I just showed you, and that's in the box? And it'll prompt you to download this driver. This is the Logi driver. This is the mouse I'm currently using. So we can go through each one of these buttons. Let's go on the middle button and change it to whatever we want it to be. We can do the same thing for this one. Then these side buttons right here can change to zoom, volume, paste, and different keyboard shortcut, which can be anything you like it to be. This side scroller can be horizontal scroll, volume, zoom, and navigation between tabs. And finally, we can swap this gesture to keyboard shortcut if you want. We need to talk about the DPI settings. There's no button already on this mouse for DPI settings, so you need to go to pointer speed and adjust it here. So this is 3%, move all the way up to 100, and 100% is 4,000 DPI, which is way too fast for most use cases. And this brings me to the last feature that this mouse has, and that is flow. So let's say that this is my desktop, and I also have my Windows computer right here, and they're separate computers. With this mouse, you can connect flow on both computers and use one mouse at the same time for both computers, and you can even drag and drop files between the computers. And it can be very convenient if you have a work laptop with your home laptop or computer. Before I talk about the con with this mouse, let's go ahead and do a few tests. Let's start with the clicking test. So on the Corsair mouse, I can click pretty fast. It's not the fastest, but it's pretty quick. Come on, it's pretty quick. With the Logitech, I can also click pretty fast. This mouse, while I'm clicking, does feel a lot more sturdy, a lot more comfortable. And now the next one with gaming and anything in general is this wobble. It's shaking left to right. It has zero drift. It does a very good job. Shaking as fast as I can here. It's not pinpoint accurate. It could just be down to my hand, but it does a fantastic job. And this sensor should be able to work on most anything. So my phone is working on my phone, that's great. Arm, easy. The plastic on Grogu, it works. So use case scenario, it will be fantastic for video editing, photo editing, and coding. My friend, he has the Master Series 3 and he uses it for coding. It's not too much different from this one, except it's just a lot more expensive. The battery life on this mouse should last around 70 days. Let's talk about the cons. The USB-A plugin is a huge con for me. Yeah, I don't like it. Now the other con, which is actually a common issue with these mice, is if you press this button and roll it, it rolls in reverse once it's done. And I do have a workaround, so hold on for 1 second. First, let me show you an example on what it does. Still scrolling, I'm not even touching it, still going down, and then it scrolls back up. Did you see that? It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. So what's the workaround? Well, let me show you. So underneath scroll wheel, on Smart Shift, it should already be on. This basically tells the mouse when to start free scrolling, the assisted free scrolling. So you can turn it up to 96 and it scrolls free pretty easily. You can put it down to 12 and it doesn't. The cool thing about the assisted feature is that when it's done, it stops. So I like to be at about 71%. And that issue doesn't happen to every Logitech Master 2S series mouse. But there's an easy workaround, which I actually like this feature better than the free scroll. I probably won't even be using the free scroll. I guess I just got one that does have it. You could send it back and hopefully you can get a replacement that doesn't have that issue. But if it does, I really don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't. If you want to check this out, I have a link down below for your convenience. And if you want to see how this mouse lines up against 4 other mice, check out this video. This is Chris. I always appreciate and respect one another. I'll see you next time.